So many of my clients, when we talk about solutions to various misbehavior problems that they're experiencing from their spirited kids, will say to me, "But Susan, I just want them to stop. I just want them to stop with the attitude. I mean," and then they go through the litany of everything they do for their child, all the things from morning till night and even after they go to bed. And they feel like they're constantly being disrespected. And they're like, "I just don't, but she rolled her eyes at me. Ooh, and they just don't respect me." And here's the thing, and I'm just going to be very, very blunt. If you feel the same way as most of my clients, that's your problem. That's your problem. And I know that probably doesn't sound very good. I have to tell you the truth. If I'm upset, then I'm the problem. Sure, it doesn't feel good when your child, when you say, "It's time to take out the trash," and they're all huffing and puffing. No, but just let's just take a time out for a second. Do we really expect our 8-year-old to say, "Oh my gosh, sure, mom. Sorry, I didn't see it on my own," and just do it for you before you had to ask, "Sorry, mother dear." Yeah, that's not going to happen. Let's get real for a minute. If if you tell your child, "John, take out the trash. It's time. Take it out." And your child says, while they're taking out the trash, that's a win. Your child did what you told them to do. Now, if you said, "John, I want you to take out the trash and I want you to whistle while you work and I want you to have a smile on your face and you act like you love doing it. I want you to act like you are so grateful that you stopped playing video games so that you could take out the trash." You would say, "Well, no, I'm not going to say that. That's ridiculous." Right. But somehow that's what we expect. And when we have those expectations, it's really setting our children up for failure. So what do we do? What's the antidote? Well, if you've read my newsletters before and you've watched my videos before, you'll know that one of the things that I really encourage parents to do is to create a vision for their children. First is I want you to create a mission statement for your family. That's very important. And the vision for your child is also very important, especially if you've got a spirited child. This vision exercise, and I'm going to tell you how to do it right now. That vision exercise is going to help you determine what you need to get all worked up about and what you can just ignore. And here's a hint: you're going to ignore the eye roll. That's just white noise, it's static. They don't like being told what to do. Okay, welcome to the human race. None of us like being told what to do. And so let them have their feelings about it. They're children. They haven't learned how to control that. I mean, some of us still roll our eyes to our boss, hopefully when our boss isn't looking, but we don't like it. We don't like to be told what to do. So here's the vision exercise. I want you to think about your child at the age of 30 as you want your child to be. Write down 10 characteristics, 10 things that you see about your child, and have your parenting partner do the same thing. Those qualities that you write down, that's the target. That's the goal. And so if your child, when you say, "John, stop what you're doing, pause the video game, go take out the trash." And if they actually follow your direction and take out the trash, that's good. Now, if you have something in your vision about my child never rolls their eyes, I have a 30-year-old adult who always does what they're told and never complains and is always happy to do what they're told, period, end of story, which I don't think that's going to be on your vision. But if that is, then sure, then you need to handle the attitude. Sure. But that's not going to be on your vision. So you're going to just ignore that because the main goal is that your child learns how to take out the trash properly, how to maintain a home by doing their chores, that they learn that people in authority over them, and that is you right now, are their boss and they need to do what they're told. We want them to be employed, right? So if they come back to you and say, yeah, mom, I want to renegotiate this chore thing. I feel like I'm doing too much. I feel like maybe I need an increase in my allowance, or great, let's have that conversation. We want them to advocate for themselves and to do it in a mature, age appropriate, of course, way. But you need to ignore the static or white noise. And here, let me just say this final thought. If you want to have Stepford children, if you don't know what that is, look up Stepford Wives. Stepford children who just do what you say with a smile on their face, blindly obeying you. I don't think that's what you really want. But if that's what you're expecting, then you need to look at yourself, because people don't do that. That's not reality. And if you're really bothered by your child's disappointment and by their not liking being told what to do, then I think you should ask yourself, why is this bothering me so much? Is it because I want my child to like me? Is it because I have a problem disappointing my child? Is it because I'm afraid that if they're disappointed and they don't like me, then I'm not going to have a good relationship with them later on? And the other thing you can ask yourself is, do I want my child to feel comfortable enough to be like, ugh, when I tell them to take out the trash? Or do I want them to be afraid of me, afraid of hurting my feelings or getting yelled at because they are free with their emotions? So think about that and try the vision exercise. Definitely create a mission statement for your family first. Try that vision exercise and see if you can't let go of that white noise and static.